All right, everybody. Today I want to look at my latest Strava ride. And today I went back to Lake Galena, if you call it, or Peace Valley, whatever you want to call it. It was a fun time. I made some new achievements. One of the things I like about Strava is that you can compare yourself to your prior work as well as to others, and that gives you an idea to see how much you've progressed. And I love progress. So today, given armed with my latest results from the other day, I went to Peace Valley. I was able to judge what I needed to do to perform better. So let's actually look at some overall stats. So I like I do with skiing. I log things for my cycling. And here's my little log. These original Peace Valley trips, I didn't have Strava, so I just made these estimates of miles per hour and stuff like that, which they're probably wrong, to be honest. Yeah, because look, it says 6.1 miles. So I was doing like one lap, but I see now that it's not quite correct because it's less than 6 miles for a single lap. So depends, obviously where you're parked and stuff like that. Do I go over a little bit? I maybe sometimes I go a tiny bit over. But yeah, so that those original ones are not trustworthy. But once I had Strava, I was able to do what I needed to do. So, I have the date, distance, time, location, miles per hour. And yes, I do count how many bunnies I see. It's kind of like a hobby of mine now because I keep on seeing so many of them. Not too many last day, although I had seven a couple days ago in Doylestown, or yesterday in Doylestown. But what I'm looking at is tracking my effort in terms of miles per hour. So steadily improving, right? Secular trend, as they like to call it in epidemiology. You're going in one direction, moving forward, moving up. Like today, I logged my overall best for a trip was 12.4 miles per. Again, I'm working with a single speed bike. Let me actually pull that sucker up here. So Schwinn Racer, Schwinn Racer 2015. There she is. There she is. That's exactly the one I have. See this little sucker right here. Looks cute. Very pretty bike. I mean, it wasn't very expensive. It was 330 bucks. I think that's what they had it listed here. It's a nice looking bike. Here you have the 46/18 gear ratio. Kind of heavy. I don't know. It doesn't have the weight here, but it is a heavier bike. I eliminated a couple things to try to reduce weight, but then I added water bottles and stuff. I could change the pedals if I want, but I'm not going to do that. So it's a nice bike, really made for dealing with city traffic and stuff like that. And it does require work. I mean, you have a single gear, so there really isn't a lot of time for you to recover when you climb a hill. And today I was climbing some hills. One of the things about that I really like about this route is there's some good hills here. And in fact, see, there's some elevation gain. It's not a massive hill or anything. I'm not climbing like a local mountain or anything like that, but it's still good. Anyway, so this is some information. My average speed was 12.4 miles per hour, maximum 26.3. There's a nice downhill grade that you can go down and pull up a little speed if you want to. Weather was ideal today. I love it. 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity was a little high, but it didn't feel hot. It didn't feel bad in any way. So if we look at my results, well, first of all, here's the map again of Lake Galena. It's really nice. The hills are like right here. That's a major hill part. There are little hills everywhere around. It's common to Bucks County. Hills are everywhere. So like, let's look at some of the nicer achievements I had. I have to look at everything. Peace Valley climb from the Nature Center. Peace Valley. So one of these was the better one. I don't know why it doesn't show you when it's your best sometimes, right? This was 254. Let's look at the other Peace Valley climb from the Nature two. Oh, they were exactly the same. Oh, it's wild. So let's take a look at that. So Yeah, that's a tough climb. Excuse me. So I'm not going really fast climbing up that hill. It's right here. It's intriguing, especially with this bike. I'm not climbing at the highest rate. So I'm right now I'm 1006 out of 2051 all time. So that's not bad. I'm in the definitely in the 50th percentile, top 50th percentile. I love it. That's one of them. The entire north side climb to Dam. So this includes the climb that I just showed, but everything else as well. And that's a good one. Entire north side climb to the dam. Let's see, what did I do today? I did 12.24. Average speed was 12.4. Well, is that the whole thing? Yeah, no. Average speed was 12.4 miles per hour. So you can hit it. There's a good downhill right here. You can see there's the elevation gain. It's fun. So I'm 623 out of 1482. I'm gonna just jump into I have my other Strava version online, and this one is much better, giving you just like everything. It gives you the entire, it gives you everything. It gives you the entire um the percentiles and stuff. So all time I'm 623, so that puts me at the 42nd percentile. So that means 42% of other people have done better than me, equal to or better than me in terms of time. But I'm ahead of like 58% all time. That's pretty wild. So, that's, these old legs are still working. So most of the high climbs are like right in this area right here. Let's see what else. So one of my favorite areas is this dirt by the dam. That's just there's this like sprint over here from the edge, just above the dam. It's really nice, actually. I don't think there's a lot of elevation gain. It doesn't say anything about that, right? Yeah. I see elevation difference 4 feet, so it's not really that much. It's pretty flat. Only thing that I wish I had was cadence meter. So that's something I'm looking into buying. Because a cadence is really important. It's your revolutions per minute. So you judge like how well you're doing. It should be around. I'd like to keep 80 at all times, but again, with a one speed, it's kind of hard to do that at times. But here I'm 919 out of 2656. Let me see what that is. And then you can also compare yourself to select groups. And I don't always want to do that because it seems kind of, you know, I don't know. We'll see. So all time, I am 34th percentile. That means only 34% have done as well or better than I am. That makes this pretty impressive, right? So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, let's see. So I'm 149. Somebody did 51 seconds. Look at that. 30.8 miles per hour. Holy crap. I think today there was somebody else who did it. Let's see. Sir, today. I didn't have it today. I know there was a today. I saw it. Again, there's sometimes you don't have unfortunately you don't have same stuff here as well as I have on the phone. Let me look at today. Today, all time. Today, oh, there was two of us who did it. I was at 149 and this other Malji was at 157. I did 14.4. I guess he did 13.4. Sweet. I'm always happy to, to do to do well. I love doing well. Now this is an interesting area here. There's a corner here. I'll call this the Pope of Peace Valley's corner. There's this guy who was a Vietnam veteran. He's always there. Good weather, of course. He can't come when it's raining or something. He's got his nice little setup where he sits and he feeds dogs. He brings all kinds of food to feed dogs as they walk by. Because there's a lot of people walking their dogs here. I know he's a Vietnam veteran. He always has his hat that says, 'cause he's a Vietnam vet. Now somebody brought a table with an umbrella. Yeah, so he's got his own office there. Hope of Peace Valley. I love it. Yeah, so I'm having a good time doing this. The only drawback for me right now is that ride, I have to drive my car in order to get to Peace Valley with my bike, and I don't like doing that. I just prefer to just jump out the door, which is what I do in my other rides. But Strava rocks. It gives you all this feedback, all this information. This information is what you need to become better. People are scared of information because it may contradict what they believe about themselves. The only way to become better at anything is to have the information available and then look at yourself critically. With apps like this or Carve and skiing, you can look at yourself critically and you can say, wow, either I'm really great or I'm not as good as I thought I was. You can use that information. Like, see, I use that information to improve my speed from the last time I was here. I think the last time I was 11.9 miles per hour. Now I'm 12.4. So I keep on improving, but I wouldn't know that if I didn't have the information available. So we need feedback. We need to listen to feedback. We can't hide from it. I know sometimes it can be deflating, but hey, to be good at something, you need to know what your weaknesses are, and I prefer that. So right now, I'm pretty happy with this, but there's areas I need to work on, and I'm looking forward to. I'd love to see how I compare to others if I had a good bike. I mean, not that my bike isn't, my cycle isn't good. It's just like a more, I could say, a more competitive bike. Something that's like, what if I had a carbon fiber or some kind of a bike like that that was like in the three, four, $5,000 range versus $330. Hey, the bike doesn't make the performance. The performer makes the performance. The cyclist makes the performance. However, the bike will help. Thank you very much for watching today. Have a wonderful day as always.